Hey, yeah, just getting started and my tripod tried to fall over. Right, there we go. So I've done quite a few videos with regard to the resin work I do. I've also been working on another project, paper project, for a friend of mine. She asked me to do 2 big canvases and I've done it all in separate sections. So I'm about to do one of the quilling sections. I've nearly finished the piece. So I've done decoupage, calligraphy, I've done some embossing on it, and I've done quilling. So it's got a little bit of everything paper craft wise. So I just thought I'd pop on and just show you a little bit more about quilling. I only really started this about April time, obviously lockdown. I thought I'd do something, find something to do. And I've seen quilling for quite a long time. I just never really had the time to start learning it. So I thought, well, why not? Let's do this. This is the size square we're writing on. I'm going to be quilling on. What I want to do is actually do some of the letters with stood up quilling. The quilling pieces stood up. So I'll have just grab down a section of all the colours that are going to go with the purple. I've quite a lot of quilling sheets, but they are just strips, so if you don't know anything about quilling, these are, I think, 2 or 3 millimetre. These are 3mm pieces. You can do them any size you want really. I've got some 5mm pieces up there as well, and some 4mm. So you can work really whatever size you want. You can cut these yourself. I've got old paper shredder, and they cut me about 5mm pieces, so I get some nice thick pieces on that one. These ones I bought. You can buy kits, and in the kit you'll get variations of the colours, and you can get either mixed palette or you can get all the same, along the same palette colours. You get things like the quilling comb. Now it took me a while before I bought one of these. I've actually got this first, and this is a potato stabber. When you're doing jacket potatoes or putting potatoes in the oven, the microwave or whatever, just stab it through, which is why you've got some nice sharp spikes on the top there. You can see those from how behind you might be see it better. This is only £2-3, so really cheap. I got it off Amazon, and after a while I ordered this from Wish, which took a long time to come, which is why I ended up buying this one, to be fair. But I see the difference. There's a little bit of a gap difference. These are also thicker. Okay, they're quite a bit thicker there on the prongs. These are really slim, and the width between them is different, so it's quite good to have the 2 different ones. But if you can't afford both, just get the potato one. Really cheap, dead easy to use. I've also got a little corrugating machine, as it were. Just as you turn the handle, what you do is I grab a piece of paper. I'll take one of the bigger ones because I won't be using the bigger ones today. And you just pop it in. See, they're all nice and thin and straight. I've got 2 pieces there because that feels quite thick, but anyway, try and pop it in, that is. Turn the machine the right way. There you go, and just wind it round. Really easy. And now you see I've got corrugated type quilling paper. So you can use that just to, so it stands up quite well. Actually, it's quite a good look. Now I've shown you that, I might actually do that for my main letters. So it does stand up really well, and it does give it a really quirky little look. So you can do flowers and all sorts with it in the corrugated style. I've also got one of these little pin boards. Now all these things I'm showing you can find on YouTube. People doing all sorts of weird and wonderful different designs with it. So you've got these little pins. You've got one pin, it's just a slightly different colour to the others because it has a slot in the top. I don't know, there's my camera. I don't know if you can see that very well. There's a very thin slot in the top. So what you would do is you actually thread your paper through the slot and then around the different pins in whatever position you want them. Okay, now at different times I will be doing different tutorials on all these a little bit better. Or not so much tutorials, but showing you what I'm using them for. But there's quite a lot of people doing really amazing things with these on YouTube. This is the quilling tool. You've got a little slot again at the top. You can get them with thin slots, thick slots. I have got one in here. My little pot goodies. So you can get them with a really wide slot in the top. I was about to see that. Tweezers are always a really good idea as well. And again, I mean, this set I've got here with the purple handles, I've got together. You've got the pokey tool, which comes in really handy. This has got a double-ended one for putting glue on, things like that. And this is a long-handled with thin gap, whereas that's got a really wide gap. This is actually a quick and pick from sewing. How on earth that ended up in my pot, I haven't got a clue, but you never know, it might come in handy. Because I have rheumatoid arthritis, I do find it quite difficult to keep spinning the paper. So I have bought myself an electric version, or a battery version, so I will be using that. So what we're going to start off with, what I'm actually putting on here is, it's got to say, I am so proud of you. My philosophy pencil, so we'll just quickly write it out, not too quickly. Work out roughly where we're going. I am so what I think I might do is take the pencil out of my mouth. Let's put I am so at the top here. And the word proud going across the middle, and I'll do all that with calligraphy paper stood up. I am so proud of you. I'll just give me a rough idea of where my lettering's going to go. Okay, so I'm going to start with a nice bright colour, so I thought I'd go for a nice bright blue, I think. Get all tangled up over here. Do tangle quite annoyingly. Right, so I'm going to go a thin piece. If you just roughly work out the length you want, so based on what I've written there, I'm going to trim off the edge because it's a nice tidy end, and then chop it off. Oops, there it is. Grab your tweezers. What I haven't done, it's just a bit of greaseproof paper. Alright, I just ripped it off, I ripped off something. All I use is PVA glue. You can get tacky glue, you can use any glue you want, but I use just a basic PVA. And you see this one's got a nice thin top to it. But what I'm going to do, because of the right, there we go. Because I'm doing a standing up letter, I want to be able to just run it through. So just run it through there, wipe off some of it because you only want a very small amount actually on the paper itself, and then just stand it up. Surprisingly, they do just stand, which I was really surprised about when I first did it. Might want to lean a little bit, which that one is. There we go. And up it is, just like that. I hope you can see that. Right, so we're going to do the word am. So just trying to decide whether to do it as a flower, do the A as a flower, or write it in. What I might actually do is write it on. So I'm going to, what is, there's another pokey tool. I've got a few of these pokey tools. Just curl it. Nice curl around. There we go. So we've got a nice swirl. Okay, and then just size it on, put it in place. This is quite fiddly. Just trim it off there. Now if I hold it with the tweezers, there you go, and we get it roughly the same place, and then we make it exactly the same place. There we go, and then you just put your A on. Again, I'm going to do the same thing. I will grab my bigger glue in a minute and put a bit more on this paper. I'm literally just dabbing it around the edge of the glue. Don't know how much you can see there, sorry. A very, very small amount. Ooh, where am I going? Up there. Very, very small amount of glue on there. Okay, so it's just catching the edge. I'm going to put it down and then in the right place. There. And tap it on with my finger. And just hold it there a second. There we go. We have an A. Well, I'm going to carry on and finish the lettering off. I'll come back a minute and show you some of the decoration I'm going to put with it. See you soon. Oh, I think it's determined to fall over. Oh, there we go. Stay there, you. Okay, so we're back. I've stuck down the actual wording. It's decided to stick in there. I haven't actually glued that in, but it's decided to stick anyway. So all these are just loose. Apart from that one, it's decided to stick. So I've gone ahead and made just lots and lots of circles, but I'm going to show you what I did first. I start gluing any of these down, other than that one. Alright, so as I said before, you can do it with just the basic tool where you've got the slight slot in there. You can see that. So you do is just pull the paper straight, slide it in. Let's just put some more light on the subject. Slide it in the slot at the top. Okay, just put it near the edge, hold it in and then just twist. That's great, it's very easy to do, just keep it nice and tight. Okay, so just pull it right to the end. Now you can glue it there and hold it in place, but I don't want mine that size, so you just slide it off. And I've got a circle tool. You can get these with cork boards behind them. This is just a little basic one. You can choose your size and pop your coil into the circle of your choice. So you then get the size you want, or it just pops out. So let's tighten it up again, which is not a problem. There you go, pop it in. I'll hold it to my finger just on top. There we go. Get the size you want. Okay. It pops out. I'm not having a lot of luck here. Right, let's try that one more time. Put it in. Hold it in place. Got it the right size. Now this time I'll carefully take it out. Now you've got two choices. You can either use the nozzle and just put some glue on with that, or I tend to use this pokey tool, a little bit of glue, just, I mean, you literally just need tiniest amount, slide it on and then hold it on. Just hold it a few seconds and you're done. There you go, one coil. Okay, like I said, I prefer to do this with my electric one or battery powered one, just because I do too many of them, it does make my hands ache. So again, just slide it in the hole at the top, push the button. Did take a little bit of practice this again, and then just slide it off and it's ready to go. So I'm not overly worried about the sizes, so you can just loosen it off. It's gone a bit square shaped, this one, that's cool. And just loosen it off to the size you want. If it gets too big, just tighten it back up. But that's fine for me, I'm not really that overly bothered. A little bit of glue again. You really don't want too much glue. Excuse my phone. Because all that will happen then is your things will get soggy. Excuse me. And you do not want soggy paper because it just doesn't do what you want it to do at all. Right, pop it one more in. I can find the slot. I've actually got new glasses and I have a pain in the ass to try and get these in. Yeah, slide it off. Just let loose. And then dab of glue. So I find I have a lot more control, put my glue on this way, than I do by using the little glue thing. I will use that if I need to. Right, so I've got lots of circles. Let's get that one out of the way. I've also made a couple of these little shape things. I'll show you how to do that in a moment. So just move those out of the way. So what I'm going to start with is just pop one of the circles into there. I completely forgot, I think it was that one, wasn't it? Yeah. So I'm just going to shape it a little bit. And what you do is just pop it in the glue. Like that is way too much glue. So just slide it across the bottom. You've got a small amount, even that's a bit too much. There we go. Okay, and then put it where you want it to go. In this case, popping it in the proud. In the P for the proud. Now these bigger ones, I want them around the edge, but I actually want them as teardrops. So where you've got your circle, this one's just come unglued, I've noticed. Although it's quite loose. So again, just tighten it up. Keeps its shape really well. Okay, pop a bit of glue on. Put a little further down as well. There we go. Now, you want a teardrop. What you do is you take your circle, hold the centre, and then pull this. Okay, so hold the centre of the quill and pull it across, and then just pinch. Okay, that gives you a nice little teardrop shape. So I'm going to go ahead and make, so again, hold the middle, pull it over and pinch. It's quite hard to see that one, isn't it? So I'll keep going. So I want all these turned into teardrops. Again, just hold and pinch, it's quite easy. Gives it a nice little bit of extra detail. You can have a really tight pinch, or you can just have a loose basic shape. You want to push this out, give it a bit more circular shape at the top. Pinch that one in, you've got a bit more of a tweak opposed to basic shape there. And I'm not going to do the little ones, I'll keep those round. Excuse my random singing. Oh, it's not even singing, it's noise. White noise, so I do beg your pardon. Right, so we'll pull these over, pinch them up. There we go, so we've got a nice little tweak shape. And now just position them roughly where you want them. I say roughly because for me they never seem to go back where I want them to. So I'll pop that in there. So if I've got that one there, I really don't want that bright pink one there, so let's have a little blue one. Don't really want that one there actually. What I want is going to be a bright pink. So we find a bright pink. This is where you don't glue them down straight away. And these are quite long, so I'm just going to cut this in half. Move those out of the glue. If you can notice on the proud, I've actually used the corrugating tool. And it's giving it a nice little bit of a bit more of an effect. There we go. And then again pinch, hold and pinch. Because it's quite a smallish one, I've got a nice sort of hole in the middle. I don't know if you can see that. Is it about my darker skin? Don't know. There we go, that's better, it's got a bit more colour. Just a nice little tweak in the corner there. And then go around, gently place these roughly where you want them. Yeah, put that one up there. If we bring a light pink down here, a little trio at the bottom there. Put that circle there. Some people are very organised and do these amazing plans of where they want everything. I'm a little bit more organic with what I do, and anything can happen basically. Absolutely anything can happen with my artworks. Now what I'm going to do is take that one out of there, pop that there, and he can come over here. And there's little blue circles at the top. Just going to pop those on. So what I could do with now is a little blue or a little circle here. So I'll use the other half of that pink, the bright pink. Again, slide it in the tool. If I look at the top, I actually see where the hole is. Whisk it round. Keep it quite tight, this one. A little bit of glue, stick it on. There you go. Then pop that in there. Okay, and I've got a spare teardrop at the moment, so I can put that there, maybe put it in the middle. I don't know, what do we fancy? I'll just leave it there because we've only got two on that side, so it looks like it's coming off of there. Now I've got these two weird sort of half circly shapes. I don't know what the best place for you to see these because of the colour. I just don't know if I like them or not, but let's pop them in. Pop them on there for now. If I don't like them, I'll take them off. But what I'm going to do is show you how I kind of made those. Bit of a makeup thing with me because it's very random. So you've got the little pegs. So you pop a peg in. What I've done is slip that through the slot and glued it on. Wrong way. Come round. And this is where the pokey tool comes in handy. Pop it in there. Pop a peg that side. Make sure you've got it on the right circle. Bring that across. Glue on that side. Pinch it on. I don't want it too close together, so I'm leaving a bit of one space in between. Come over. That's what I did with the other one just now. It's not quite how it's supposed to be. If you watch some of the other people doing this, what I'm going to do is pop that in there just to help hold that down. So this is supposed to be looping round, and somehow I'm managing to not do that. Haven't got a clue what I'm doing, but it's all good fun. So I'm going to slot that round there, slide it round there, pop some glue in the middle, use the other end to push it together. Put a peg up there. So, I mean, there's no fixed and fast rules. You can do pretty much what you like. You can do pretty much anything. You can do anything you like. There's no right, no wrong. Some ways work better than others. Let's pop some glue in there. Try and push that together. See, I'm making right dogs in with this, but yeah, so that be. Whoops. I'll have to watch another YouTube video, figure out what I should be doing to what I actually am doing, but never mind. I don't mind. Do you mind? I don't mind. Put some glue in there. Just push all that together. I'm just going to leave that to dry for a little bit because it's quite wet. I'm going to leave that open at the top. And so you see now, got a little bit of a flower effect going on because it's not tight enough in there, it's not sticking, so just hold it. What I am going to do is wrap the blue, the length of the blue around, not too much do there, so just stick it around the edges, across the back, and the edges here as well, and wrap this right round. Again, put some glue around the edge. There we go. just bring it round to the end. Oops, way too much glue there. And then just cut it off up the side there. There we go. A little bit left, that's fine. Get used to that for something. So I'm just going to leave that on there to dry a little bit before I actually try and take it off. I'll show you how to take that off in a sec. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is just glue on these bits. I'm going to take these off. I'm not sure if I like those at the moment. I still don't know if I like those at the moment. So I'm going to continue to glue these. Again, a little dab of glue. Literally just a little dab. Put it on there. Look at it and think too much. Just wipe it off. Okay, you really don't want tons of glue. Alright, so it's just a small amount of glue. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fast forward through this, so I'm having trouble trying to decipher the apps. So what I'm going to do is stop you for now and bring you back on shortly. But I'll carry on and stick these bits down, and I'll speak to you in a minute. Bye bye. Right, so I'm back. So I've stuck on all the I've stuck on all the teardrops and circles. I'm just going to show you taking this off. So I find the best way is to pull out some of these like pegs. It does remind me a bit of that solitaire game. And if you lift it all up from there, I'm not forgetting that middle one has got the slot in, so you do have to actually slide this off there. Okay, and there you have strange little flower shape. There you go, just like that. Focus on that, there you go. Which I can pop on here. Might actually work in the D. Let's have a look. Oops. Oh, there we go. Looks quite cute in there, doesn't it? Yeah, I quite like that. So we'll pop that in there. Should get some glue at the back. There you go. Not sure if I like the two pink ones, but I do quite like that. So there we go. Now what I'm going to do now is pop on some glittery bits. Got some little pearls. Little pearls here and some diamante type shapes. Ah, that's my scissors. Sorry, look at my scissors. Let's cut these down a little bit. These diamantes are actually on a strip, so you've got all these little cross thread bits which annoy me. I'm throwing it with all these little tiny bits all over my counter. I don't know what on earth I've been doing, because it takes me a couple of days to get all of them. I don't know why, always seems to be some that escape. There we go. I have got some stick-on diamantes somewhere, I just don't know where they are at the moment. So I had to tidy up and I've gone and put them somewhere safe, I expect. Alright, there we go. So I've got a couple of little diamantes which I can pop round wherever. No, don't like that. Pop them on top of the flowers there. Just gives it a little bit of a pop. Might be better on a teardrop. Oh, there we go. How's that? Just gives it a little bit more of a lift. And these little tiny pearls. Not too sure what I'm going to do with those in a minute because they are quite small. So there we go. I shall get this finished, and when I finish the whole project, I shall show videos of it. So that could be hopefully 2 or 3 weeks. I'll have it finished completely. So 2 or 3 weeks, because it's taken me 2 months already. Even though I am nearer the end, I have still got another 3 sections to go, and then I've got to stick it all on the canvases, and then I can take some photos and show you what they look like. So I don't want to show you too much more of what's going on with this, because I want the lady who's buying it to see it first, completed. probably go ahead and carry on sticking some of these on just to give it a little bit more pop. So there you go, that's a little bit about quilling. I will hopefully do a little bit more sometime, and I'll show you some of these more these tools. I'll get my words out in a minute. It's getting late, excuse me, but I'm getting tired. So I'll show you some of these tools and a bit more of what we can do with the tools another time. So have a fantastic evening or day whenever it is you're watching this, and I'll speak to you all soon. If you like what you see, let me know in the comments below. If there's anything you want to know about quilling, just give me a shout and I'll do a little video about it. Take care guys, bye.